went skydiving and I used a coupon. Back in 2013, I went skydiving with my then girlfriend, now wife. Most people would think twice before they would go skydiving at all. And those who do go skydiving are generally willing to pay full price. A new skydiving location for a nationally based company opened near us. And to promote its opening, they made a Groupon available. We saw a deal and were like, let's do it. What about you? What is the most extreme sport you've ever done? Let me know. Subscribe for more fun questions. Hey everybody, and welcome to the expanded edition of 100 Questions in 100 Days. I thought that I would take a second to expand on some additional stories surrounding my skydiving adventures. If you have never gone skydiving before, I highly recommend it. The whole thing surrounding my experience skydiving has a couple of funny anecdotes to it. So first off, it started when my wife and I first started dating. Prior to our dating, I was not exactly an adventurous person. To give you an idea of this, when I purchased the passes for skydiving, I immediately got a call from my credit card company because the purchase was so far outside of the bounds of my normal spending habits. They seriously thought that my card had been stolen. When I told the representative, no, I'm actually gonna go skydiving, she was like, really? So that just shows you how outside of the bounds of what I normally did. But as I mentioned earlier, yes, it was a discounted ticket. It was a Groupon, but that didn't mean that it was unsafe. These guys had just opened up their shop a couple of months before. They were trying to drum up some business. I forget exactly what the discount was, but it was pretty significant. But a couple of things. First off, when we got into the airplane, I did start having second thoughts. Parts of the airplane were literally held together by duct tape. I know I'm gonna be jumping out of this airplane, but I would still like it to get me in the air and not come crashing down prematurely. But I remember the first thing they did was they slid the door open and they instruct you to swing your feet out and put them on this tiny little step that comes off the side of the plane. And I remember sticking my foot out and literally thinking that it like became a windsock. I remember having the thought, oh my gosh, my shoe is gonna fall off. And I just imagined this image of this person in rural South Carolina when all of a sudden, this ASIC just comes flying out of the sky. Luckily that didn't happen. So anyway, I put my feet on the little step that's outside of the plane. The guy is like crouching behind me because he's attached to me, remember? And he shouts over, all right, on the count of three, we're gonna go. 1, 2, 3. And all I remember seeing is ground, plane, sky, ground, plane, sky, ground, where's the plane, sky, 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 and then we leveled off. And of course, it was an incredible experience. The free fall for a little bit and glide afterward was absolutely incredible. But the real interesting stuff happened once we got back on the ground again. So when you are jumping tandem and the person is on your back, you land by sliding in on your butt, right? Both of you spread your legs and you just slide down onto the grass, which is exactly what I did. But unlike my instructor, I had never jumped out of a plane before, so my adrenaline was through the roof, and I was ready to go. Now, my then girlfriend at the time, now wife, she jumped out of the plane right behind me, and we saw them coming down and land not far from us. I was all excited to get up and see how her experience was. The instructor on my back says, all right, man, don't stand up. Let me disconnect. I didn't hear the word don't. I just heard stand up. And because I had all the adrenaline, I just was like, okay. And I stood up and lifted this guy. This guy was probably about 7 inches shorter than me. So I completely get him off the ground. And I just remember him saying, no, 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 no. And his legs kicking the back of my legs. We fall over. And I now am back to earth. I'm horrified. It's sorry, dude, I didn't mean to do that. And this guy, without missing a beat, goes, don't worry, it happens all the time. Okay, I guess that happens when you're just a little on the short side. Anyway, we disconnect. I get up to go see my girlfriend, and the dude behind me goes, hey, man. And I turn around, and he's like, that was awesome. Yeah, it was. So that was my experience skydiving with a coupon. What about you? What are some extreme sports that you've participated in? Did you use a coupon? Question 17 of 100, done. See you tomorrow.